Hi everybody and welcome to Husky Talk with UCTV Sports. Today I'm joined by Pat Winkel of the UConn Baseball team. Pat, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Pat Winkel, freshman catcher on the UConn Baseball team, currently undecided.
So what has the transition been like from high school baseball to playing at the collegiate level here at UConn?
It's been a pretty big transition. One, just the amount of games you play. I mean, we're playing 25 games in a high school season, now we're playing 56. So it's a lot more demand on your body, especially me being a catcher, catching more games. And they're not only 7-inning games, now they're 9 innings, so you got a couple extra innings to play with. But from competition-wise, it's a big step up. High school, pitching's not as hard. People are throwing 80 maybes, now consistently facing 90 plus. It's a big challenge, so you got to get used to not succeeding every time. Pitcher's going to get you every once in a while, but you got to keep your head in and keep the confidence level up is, I think, one of the biggest advice that I've been given.
You were the 2018 Gatorade Player of the Year in Connecticut. Now, what pressures have you faced, coming off that, coming into playing for your home state school at your period?
Yeah, I think there was some pressure to kind of perform, but as you kind of play, you kind of realize that if you could take that pressure off, you're going to be able to perform better. So, coming in here, everyone's kind of expecting you to go out and play the best you can, like you did in high school. But I think just coming in every day, put in the work, and you're going to end up seeing the results, and I think that's what I'm trying to do.
This past summer, you played for the Bristol Blues in the Futures Collegiate Baseball League.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how did that help you transition and especially fit into Coach Pender's system here?
Yes, that was huge. Facing collegiate pitching before actually playing your first season was a huge advantage. I played with actually Adam Schwartz too on the team, was there, Andy Haig, Matt Bomazzini. So not only just from playing against the type of competition we're going to be seeing, but getting to know the teammates too. So I came in knowing some more guys than I previously would have. And just kind of understanding the whole traveling aspect of it, traveling 3-4 hours to play a game, to come back, it kind of got you prepared for what the season held.
Now, you talked a little bit about the travel right there. You guys seem to be traveling almost every weekend. You played your first 21 games on the road. How do you manage to balance athletics and academics, especially in your freshman year?
It's hard. I mean, I'm luckily this semester, most of my work is based around essays, so I don't have to prepare for too many tests, but I ran into a problem where I actually had to drop a class because I was going to be missing more than half of them. So it kind of limits what you can take as far as the schedule-wise, but Coach Pender's is really good on the road, having guys do study hall for the freshmen. So as long as you sit down and do the work when he wants you to, and when he gives you the opportunity, it shouldn't be horrible, but it still is challenging.
What does a day in your life look like?
As far as on the road or just here?
Mostly here.
Wake up in the morning, go grab a quick breakfast, go to class, usually from class going right to the locker room, changing, and biking over to the field for practice, maybe a lift after or before, then going right to study hall, get some hours, because if you don't have hours, you're not traveling.
What has it been like playing with your brother Chris, and how has he helped you develop?
Oh, it's awesome. Even in high school, I played 2 seasons with him there. He was hurt for his senior year, so I didn't play too much with him. But, he kind of brings out the best in me, and the fact that we love to compete. So, whether we're hitting in the barn or taking reps on the field, we're always trying to one-up each other. So it kind of drives both of us to be the best versions of ourselves that we can. And it's good to have a familiar face. He knows how I play when I'm playing well, so he can say, hey, you're doing this wrong. You could be doing this a little better. So I guess that it's great because obviously he's your brother and you can see him a lot more, but also it really helps you play and kind of bring your competition up.
Having grown up in Connecticut, how special is it to be playing for UConn and to see the heights that this program has risen to over the last handful of years? Yeah, it's huge. me and my brother were talking to a little while ago that being from Connecticut, you don't really have a professional sports team that you can call your own. So UConn athletics is kind of like the big deal when it comes to sports. So being able to grow up and represent, we come to the games as kids and looking up to these players, Springer, all the guys, and looking up to them as really role models, and then being able to grow up and play for that same team is really a huge honor. How cool was it meeting George Springer last week?
Oh, it's unreal. We got off the plane crazy early. We were wondering why we had 5 hours before practice, and all of a sudden our bus pulls into Minute Maid Park. And even we thought that was cool. We thought we were getting a tour, and then Coach goes, all right, we're going to get a tour from a special guy, and then all of a sudden George Springer comes walking down the tunnel.
Must have been sweet.
Unreal.
Did you get any tips from him?
Yeah, he was. He kind of sat our team down and kind of told us his hitting philosophy and how he kind of just goes up there and reacts to pitches and tries to slow the game down as much as possible. And I think a lot of the guys, including me, took a lot out of it.
Now, you were drafted by the Yankees in the 31st round of the MLB draft. Can you take me through that moment?
Yeah, so I was actually taking batting practice for my what would be my last high school game because we lost, and I'm sitting there about to get on the bus to go to the game, and I get a text from the scout, Matt Hyde, who's with the Yankees. He said, "Are you listening to the draft?" I said, "No." He said, "Turn it on." So I turned it on, and sure enough, I heard, with the 31st round, the Yankees pick, my name, and it was a crazy, crazy feeling. So I was able to, kind of be awestruck, I guess, for a couple minutes, but had to refocus for the game. And then after is when I looked at my phone after the game and had like a ton of text messages, and that's when it really kind of settled in that it actually happened.
Now, are you a Yankees fan, Sox fan, or dare I say the Mets?
To be honest with you, I don't even have a favorite team. I don't have a favorite team. Like I said, from Connecticut, you don't have a baseball team that's professional in the area, so I just try to pick as many players as I can to watch, so each game on TV is fun in some way.
Well, I guess that'll be a good sign for the future.
Hopefully.
Now, how excited are you to get back to Dunkin' Park tomorrow night?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, it's great playing here, but I think we could draw a better fan base when we're at Hartford, and we feed off the energy from the crowd, so being on the road and facing a lot of away crowds and getting heckled a lot, it's good to have the crowd in our favor. So we're going to thrive off of that and hopefully put together some good baseball games.
All right, we're going to go through a quick few rapid-fire questions.
Sure.
First and foremost, favorite professional player?
Yadier Molina.
Favorite food?
Steak.
Dream city to live in?
Oh my God, that's wherever I can go.
Favorite dairy bar ice cream flavor?
Chocolate.
Favorite spot on campus?
One plate, two plate.
Favorite meal from One Plate, Two Plate?
$4.99 buffalo chicken slider deal.
There you go. That's the one. And last thing, message to share to aspiring baseball players, fans of UConn baseball.
For aspiring baseball players, I would just say have fun. It is a game. It's a game. It is work, but it is called a game. So the more pressure you put on yourself, the worse you'll perform. And if you could just have fun and enjoy being out there, you're going to do a whole lot better.
Thank you so much. This is Pat Winkel. This is Husky Talk on UCTV Sports.